The father and civil rights attorney of Patrick Lyoya is speaking out today, less than 1 week from jury selection, for the upcoming murder trial of former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schurr, who's been charged with second-degree murder.
And that trial begins in less than 2 weeks and comes right after the community recognized the 3rd anniversary of Lyoya's death. In April of 2022, Patrick Lyoya's death attracted national attention after GRPD released dash cam, body cam, and Ring doorbell footage showing Lyoya and former GRPD officer Christopher Schurr in a prolonged physical altercation on the ground. Lyoya, who police say turned out to be drunk more than 3 times the legal limit, refused the officer's orders and then tried to flee the scene.
After attempting to tase Lyoya twice, you can see here in this video, Schurr pulls his gun and while sitting on top of Lyoya, shoots him in the back of the head. Tonight, News Channel 3's Princess Jeanne Severson joining us live in the studio. Princess, while the officer's attorney says the shooting was justified, Lyoya's father and their family attorney says his death did not have to happen.
Yes, and it all started over a traffic stop in which police say Lyoya was driving drunk with 3 times the legal limit in his system. He was also driving without a license. Still, Patrick Lyoya's father, Peter, and their attorney, Vin Johnson, say this was murder, and they say former Officer Schurr had other options of force that he was legally obligated to consider, and he didn't. Wednesday, over a Zoom call, I spoke with civil rights attorney Vin Johnson and the father of Patrick Lyoya, Peter Lyoya, through a translator. Patrick was shot in the back of the head in April of 2022 by former Grand Rapids police officer Christopher Schurr for resisting arrest after a traffic stop for license plates that did not match the car.
That under the law, simply because somebody resists does not mean that the officer can kill them.
You're watching body cam video of what the Lyoya family and their attorney Vin Johnson are calling murder.
My son did not do anything wrong to deserve to be killed and to be shot on the back of his head by the police officer.
Patrick's death sparked nationwide outrage and local protest against the police department. Schurr was fired and released out on bond shortly after the incident, but according to Johnson, he still got to retire while obtaining his benefits. What message could a conviction in this case send about how use of force cases involving police officers are handled in court?
That police officers are not above the law.
My heart is still bleeding. One thing I do know, that we will fight until we get the true justice.
Johnson says it's a federal and state law that an officer can only use deadly force if they believe their life is in danger. During the scuffle, you'll see Schurr tries to tase Patrick twice. The first attempt is blocked by Patrick and the second hits the ground. But legal officials say there was still another forcible option to use that was neglected, using the taser's stun gun.
Touching the skin, and he can then pull the trigger, but that's only if a person like Patrick had been trained on taser, which he wasn't. This particular taser model was one that actually had certain safety features.
As for the family, Patrick's dad, Peter, says he'll never forget the day he was at work and officers told him that his son died. He says Patrick was a good man who's now dead. He wants justice for his son and believes Patrick would have had a different outcome had his skin been white. Johnson agrees. I reached out to the prosecutor in this case, who said he was not doing any interviews. I also reached out to the defense attorney. An assistant said he was very busy and currently unavailable. Both attorney Vin Johnson and Patrick Lyoya's father, Peter, are asking for the community, who's been very vocal, to please remain peaceful. Jury selection starts this coming Monday, and the murder trial starts April 28th. Reporting live in studio, Princess Jeanne Severson, News Channel 3.